I'm starting to feel all Christmassy and already I'm feeling reflective. And when I was growing up, the 70s was musically something of an era for me where I really started, as a little young man, started to take in music and started to appreciate the people that were around me. One of the people that was around me was Diana Ross. And one of the songs that she sang in the 70s was Love Hangover. Now, I found this live version that I consider the best on YouTube to play you. Now it's in 480, not 720. Most people say, oh, I prefer 720. Well, I'm sorry. In the 70s, it was 480. They improved it over the years. But I think it's big enough to absorb Diana Ross. To those people, and this is where I show my age, people say, why Diana Ross? Let me just give you a little snippet of her career. She is the American singer and actress, rose to fame as the lead singer of The Supremes, who became Motown's most successful act during the 60s and one of the world's best-selling girl groups of all time. They remain the best charting woman group in history, with a total of 12 number one hit singles on the US Billboard 100, that's the American, including Where Did Our Love Go, Baby Love, Come See About Me, Stop in the Name of Love, and Love Child, to name but a few of those hits. Now, following her departure from the Supremes in the 70s, Ross embarked on a successful solo music career with the release of her debut solo album and its singles Ain't No Mountain High Enough and Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand. Her second solo album, Everything Is Everything, in 1970, spawned her first UK number one single, I'm Still Waiting. Now from there she went to dominate everywhere, and she went on to be multi-platinum, Grammy award winning, nominated, all of it, because she is Diana Ross. And honestly, I'm going through so many notes here to get to the bottom, because what a career she's had over several decades. Let's be fair. It's got the later career, there's such, but I want to get up to her religious views, because I remember there was a bit of a scandal way back, not scandal, but controversy about her relationship with Michael Jackson, and they said that a lot of his plastic makeovers, the nose, the face, all of it, was shaped because he idolized Diana Ross and he wanted a similar looking face and features because he simply found her beautiful. I think it put an awful strain on the relationship, because for a long time it was almost like he fell into Elizabeth Taylor's arms when that strain between him and Diana, I think over the surgeries, and it was known he was doing it because he idolized her and wanted to be a bit more like her, was mentioned to her. And a lot went through, but people always wondered what Diana Ross's religious views were. So it's here, and I went to Wikipedia to get this, so thank you. Religious views: Diana Ross was raised in the Baptist Church, and according to her 1993 autobiography, Secrets of a Sparrow, her initial performances were in the Bessemer Baptist Church in Alabama, led by her maternal grandfather, Pastor William Moten, who, with his wife, raised her and her siblings there during their mother's bouts with tuberculosis. I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't realize that, Diana. And Diana Ross, because in 2002 she was arrested, Diana Ross was arrested for DUI, which means driving under the influence, in 2002 in Tucson, Arizona, while undergoing substance abuse treatment at a local rehabilitation facility. She later served a 2-day sentence near her Connecticut estate. I think a lot came into play around that time for Diana. You know, she had a lot of backlash from leaving the group. She had seen one of the members of the Supremes be told, we don't want you in the group anymore, we want somebody else. There was lots going on, and she was under immense pressure to carry on and be a Supreme on her own, and supremely successful. And if she had a few drinks and she was under the influence, it's not a good thing to get behind the wheel. It isn't. I condone that. She knew she should have got a taxi. She was rich enough to go and do that. But it was a controversy about, did she have a religion? I think with a pastor father, Alabama, I think we've confirmed today she did. Awards and nominations. This is something to behold. 21 recipients of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And in 2023, the Supreme's co-founders Ross and the late Mary Wilson and Florence Ballard received Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, with Ross becoming the first woman to win the award twice. She earned a solo honor in 2012. So that's Diana. Meaning of Love Hangovers. Today's song is a song about being consumed and loved and desired, that the singer doesn't want a cure for the intense feelings she experiences. Who would? The lyrics express a longing for the euphoric state of being in love and the reluctance to let go of those intoxicating emotions. Ooh, she's feeling sexy. So let's get sexy with Diana Ross, bringing back the 70s memory that I loved so much at the time growing up. Love Hangover.
I don't want it.
Sorry I jumped.
If there's a cure for this, I don't want it. I don't want it. If there's a cure for this, I don't want it. I don't want it. Think about it all the time. Thinking only makes me smile.
Well, I have to say, it's a very long extended version, wasn't it? I bet you were like, when is this going to be over? I want to explain a few things. Way back in the 70s, when they did a live band, Diana Ross sung live there, and people got up on the stage. Wasn't it just awesome? The atmosphere is just... Those three men don't realize how iconic a moment they've made for their own families, the generations after, say, that's my grandfather, that's my uncle, that's my cousin, that's my brother. Oh my God, that's my sister, because there was the lady there as well. And the way she brought them up, that would never happen today. It's so sad that we live in times that stars are so at risk that nothing like this would ever repeat itself. And definitely at a Diana Ross concert. But then again, it's very policed and there's a lot of security. But there was more relaxed and chilled and free and come on out. And she made fun of the guy singing and she had a dance. The guy in the white wasn't even invited and he came up and she went, you know. But if that had happened today, there would be security on him. Don't go on the stage. Oh, and everyone egos. I've worked with some security men in the past, trust me. And boy, oh boy, when it comes to... One always has to be the ego of all the other egos around them. They feed off each other, and I kept my distance watching them thinking, God, a group of children at kindergarten. But fast forward to this, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to give you, because it's so long, a very brief synopsis of the song. Part one of the song, the singer states that she doesn't want a cure for remedy for her love hangover, and metaphorically, let's say, represent, and these are my own notes I prepared before I realized how long this song was, to summarize everything so the video can be short. So let's start again. In part one, the singer states she doesn't want a cure or a remedy for her love hangover. That's metaphorically representing the aftermath of a night spent in throes of passion. And she was feeling all giddy on the stage with it as well. Oof. She admits to constantly thinking about her love interest and how it makes her smile. You know what? I think of my love interest right now, my partner of 17 years approaching, and I have to say I do smile. I know where she's coming from. Despite any potential hardships or consequences, she reveals in the love they share that she doesn't want to shake the feeling. That's why she kept shake, 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 ew, and getting into it, because she's expressing it in her dance. And the repetition emphasizes the strong desire to hold on to one's intoxicating love. Isn't it nice to read out the lyrics of a song that somebody wants to stay in love, they're not heartbroken, they're just feeling that vibe as she did on the stage, and highlighting the addictive nature of infatuation. And whether she's infatuated or not, I have to say, it's still refreshing. Part two continues the theme of not wanting a cure and rejects the idea of seeking help to recover from the effects of love. I'm with you, Diana. The singer defiantly claims that she doesn't need a cure, mocking the idea, everybody. of calling a doctor, mama, or preacher. The rejection implies that she wants to fully embrace and indulge in the love, accepting it like a hangover as a consequence for that euphoric experience of. Overall, Love Hangover celebrates all-encompassing power of love and the desire to remain under its influence. It portrays love as something addictive, which it is. I find it very addictive. And overwhelming. Well, I don't find it overwhelming. I think within the first 10 minutes of meeting somebody, you're kind of like, well, if this goes well, great. And 30 years later, you're just like, overwhelmed at what? She's still in bed. There's that side to love as well. And with the singer resisting any attempts to separate her from the intoxicating feeling. Because, and let's give a shout out to Marilyn McLeod and Pamela Swayer, and it was produced by Hal Davis. Hal recorded in '75 an instrumental track to the song, thinking the song would be good for either Marvin Gaye or Diana Ross to record it. And in the end, he decided to record the song with Diana. He thought her voice would sound sexier. By God, you made the right decision. Love Hangover became a hit, topping the Billboard, as I said. In '76, I was a young man, and I loved listening to that song on the radio, I did. It also peaked at #1. Billboard's Hot Soul singles charts, deservingly so. And a version by The Fifth Dimension was released, I didn't know this, on the same day, peaking at #80, on the same day that she had it. It was #1. They came up with their version. The song earned Diana a Grammy Award nomination for Best Female Vocal Performance. And I think you all agree after listening to that. Take care. Bye-bye.